What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric, and today on the channel we're going to be checking out some brand new pickups from my friends at Corrigan Pickups. This is the brand new Uruk set of pickups. These pickups are hand wound in Canada, just like all of Corrigan's other pickups, and they're actually doing some very cool things that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on in this video. But before we do that, we're going to hop into a demo song and hear these pickups in a full mix. So if you're unfamiliar with Corrigan Pickups, they are a small pickup builder based out of Canada, just like where I am, and they specialize in a wide variety of pickups from single coils to full humbuckers to P90s, Jazzmaster style pickups, and pretty well everything in between that you could ever want, and obviously in any color you could ever want. Now, just like every other Corrigan pickup, the Uruk set is hand wound in Canada as well. They're wax potted, 4-conductor, passive pickups, so that means that you don't have to worry about a battery, and if you want to get those sweet single coil tones, you can get those single coil tones as well just by wiring it to a 5-way switch, a mini switch like an on-off switch, or you can do like a push-pull like I have on this guitar here, which is really great as well. You can get these bobbins in pretty well any color you like. The bridge pickup is coming in at around 21.5K ohms, which is a very hot pickup. The neck pickup, on the other hand, uses an Alnico 5 magnet, and it has a resistance of 11 ohms, which is really sweet sounding, and it pairs very nicely with the bridge pickup. When you're flipping back and forth between the two pickups, there's not a night and day difference, or at least a wall of low end that comes in when you switch to the neck pickup. And arguably the last part, which is probably the coolest part about this, is that the bobbins are actually made of fully recycled material, and they are 3D printed, which is, again, something that no other pickup manufacturer is doing. And I think that's a really sweet thing that Corrigan is doing, just to test some new innovations in the guitar pickup world. While it is an aesthetic choice, I think it does look really sweet, and I will get some close-ups on that so you can all check it out. And I will say that installing these pickups was very easy. I only had to drill out the holes just to direct mount, and if you want to learn how to do that, there's another video on my channel where you can learn how to do that. Corrigan also does provide you with a wiring diagram, so you can wire it up on your own, or if you need to take it into a tech, your tech knows exactly what wires to use when they are wiring in the pickups. So now let's pull the pickups out of the mix and let's hear them on their own. full disclosure before we sign off, Corrigan Pickups sent these to me for free. I've worked with them in the past and I talk with the owner on a pretty regular basis, but he did not pay me to say anything nice or anything like that, so you're just going to get an honest review. These pickups were very, very fantastic. I wanted to change the pickups in my LSL baritone for a while. Not like they were bad or anything like that, but you know, I am a bit of a gearhead and I like to try new things, and I was just kind of waiting for the right pickup, and out of nowhere, I think I'm just going to keep this set in because they sound insane in this guitar that is just tuned super low. I was so impressed with the low-end clarity on this bridge pickup here, especially, you know, chugging down in drop G. Like, it really reminds me of maybe, let's say, a JB with like an old Bill Lawrence, like rail pickup, taking it up like many notches because this pickup is so hot, but the low end just stays so clear. The low mids are like really punchy and really throaty, and it really lends itself to a guitar like this, like a baritone guitar, or at least like tuning down, in my humble opinion. I might pull these out and throw them in another guitar just to hear them in standard E or something like that, or unless you want to do that, and if that's your style, then I encourage you to do that as well. But if you are going to be tuning down, you're going to be using a baritone or something like that, these things are going to sound insane. Neck pickup, split coil tones, and the middle position. Overall, just like, this whole thing just sounds so 3D. It is absolutely crazy. And clean tones sounded unreal. Like, this sounded so like full and full of life. And as I said, I want to pull these out of this guitar and try them in something else, but part of me just says kind of leave it, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it then. Or maybe I'll just get Corrigan to send me another set and I'll just try them in another guitar. But yeah, these things are super sick, and again, I'm not getting paid to say anything nice. This is my honest thoughts and opinions. These things sound sick, and I'm super happy that these pickups are, you know, absolutely crushing. And of course, I want to share that with you if you are looking for a new set of pickups to try instead of the household favorite. If you want to get the Urich set of pickups or any other sets of pickups from Corrigan, you can use my link down below. It's going to take you to the homepage of these, but obviously you can click around and check out the other awesome offerings that they have, as well as some of the other offerings that I have showcased on my channel as well. All thoughts and opinions down below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I have tons more gear reviews and demos and guitar maintenance tips and other things like that on the channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that I upload. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.